We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. Happiness depends upon ourselves. To avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Friendship is a single soul dwelling in two bodies. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Change in all things is sweet. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. The more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know. Man is by nature a social animal. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind, next to honor. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. All human beings, by nature, desire to know. In poverty and other misfortunes of life, true friends are a sure refuge. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. The good for man is an activity of the soul in accordance with virtue. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. One swallow does not make a summer. The best form of revenge is not to be like your enemy. You cannot lead a good life without a good soul. The more you practice, the better you get. The life of the dead is placed in the memory of the living. The greatest virtues are those which are most useful to others. A friend to all is a friend to none. The secret to happiness is freedom, and the secret to freedom is courage. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. It is not enough to possess virtue. We must also be able to act virtuously. The virtue of justice consists in moderation, as regulated by wisdom. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. Ledge. The good man is the friend of every man. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. The man who has confidence in himself gains the confidence of others. He who is brave is free. All men by nature desire knowledge. The wise man does not expose himself needlessly to danger, since there are few things for which he cares sufficiently. The ideal man bears the accidents of life with dignity and grace, making the best of circumstances. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. It is not easy to be good. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Happiness is the highest good. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. A person is a product of their environment. No great genius has ever existed without some touch of madness. You cannot change the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your sails. The mark of an educated mind is the ability to entertain a thought without accepting it. It is not the function of the body to be in a state of rest, but to be in a state of activity. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. The best way to avoid pain is to avoid pleasure. These quotes reflect Aristotle's deep insights into human nature, ethics, and know.